Hey guys, this is Dr. Michael Tansini here at Grand Overhead PT, and welcome to the Move with Tank podcast. Coming at you today on a solo episode. Looking forward to having some more people on here soon, but just wanted to jump on today and talk about a topic which will interest many of you guys. Now, here at Ground to Overhead PT, I work with a ton of runners. I love working with the running community, and I'm a firm believer in the fact that you should be able to run for as long as you want to. And you can run without having any kind of knee pain or back pain or hip pain or foot pain stop you from doing the things that you love. Running is part of what makes humans human, right? So we were meant to run. We were meant to run, chase down prey, and move from town to town and use our body in an athletic manner. Now, over the years, it's been told, a lot's been told about how running's bad for you, and you just shouldn't run. It wears out your joints, and it's just not what you should be doing. You hear it all the time. Why do you need to run? You don't need to run. You're 30 or 40 years old. There's no reason to do that anymore. You should just stop running because looking at this picture, you're going to need a new knee in a few years. Guys, I'm here to let you know that the case is definitely the fact that you can run for a long time and you can enjoy running without pain moving forward, right? But that being said, there is a few big areas which runners need to really think about, okay? And three big primary needs of a runner, okay? Now, I would say 99% of all the runners that I work with have a few main goals. One is to run faster, right? Everyone wants to run faster, so they can do better in the race, they can do better in the workout, so they can PR their new 5K time or their 10K or their half time. We just want to run faster. Two, okay, we want to run further, right? So a lot of you are like, man, like I really struggle with running that mile, or really struggle with running that 5K. I really want to work up to running that half. Guys, like that's a huge goal for a lot of people, is just being able to run further. Okay. Number three, people want to make running easier. Running is hard for a lot of you guys. And you come to me very often saying, Michael, like, how can I just make running easier for me? Every time I run, I feel like I'm just dying. Like if I could only run a little bit easier, then I might want to do it more often. Right. And then lastly, number four being, you just want to run without pain. Right. So you just want to go out for your run, do your normal jog around the block, go out to your normal group, and you want to do it without having to fight through and deal with this pain that you've been dealing with for quite some time now. So guys, you can do all those things. Like each and every one of you guys can run faster, run further, make running easier, and eliminate the pain which is stopping you from actually going out to run. Okay. Now, to do this, okay, there's a few primary things that you or that every runner should have. Okay. The first one. Okay, so I'm gonna click through these one after another here. The first thing that every runner needs is a gait assessment. Okay, you as a runner need someone to break down the mechanics and show you what you're doing. Right? We never get to actually visualize ourselves run. Like you might have this mental picture of what you might look like. You might say, "Oh, I feel like I'm doing this," but you don't actually know. No one's ever actually broke you down, watched you on the video, broke it down frame by frame, to really see, okay, like, are you actually doing what you say that you think you're doing? Um, Running is a skill, just like doing a snatch or doing a clean and jerk, hitting a baseball, throwing a football, right? Running is a skill. And if we never take time to improve the skill, then we're missing the lowest hanging fruit possible to make ourselves a better runner, right? Because no matter how much endurance, how much strength you get, right, you will always be essentially running with the e-brake up simply because your mechanics aren't as refined and as fluid as they need to be, so that you can run faster, run further, make running easier, and run without pain. Okay, all of this starts from the gait assessment and just seeing what you are doing. The second thing that every runner needs is a coach, right? So we never get coached as runners, right? You go out with your friends, you're all running in a group. You might have some kind of general program that you're following, but you don't actually know, like, okay, like, um, am I running as much as I need to be? Am I running too much? Right? What should my focus points be? So, what are the biggest weaknesses here, which prevent me from achieving those goals that I wrote out? Um, you also need coaching on the mechanics. So once you have the gait assessment, you need someone to actually help you achieve it, right? Because it's one thing for you to know that, oh, you're heel striking, your foot's pronating, your hips are a little bit wobbly as you come through stance. But how do you actionably make changes to fix it? Because if you don't take action in fixing it, then you're never going to change what you're doing, and you're never going to learn how to do what you actually need to do to achieve all those goals. Um, Also, right, a lot of you guys do have those running goals, and a lot of times, like, we get caught up in the weeds. Like, you want to run faster, you want to run further, so you put more training in your day, you put more training in the week, right? You don't give yourself rest. Uh, think you've got to be lighter to run faster, so you stop eating as much food. You start developing these achy points and these different problems along the way, and you just brush it off and say, "Oh, nah, it'll get better on its own. I'm just going to keep on running." Right? But a coach's job is to sit there and say, "Okay, how can we modify the program so that, one, we can focus on the weakest links, which will make you a better runner. Two, they're going to be able to take that 3,000-foot view of what exactly is going on with you. Say, okay, is this just general muscle soreness, or are you starting to develop a problem here that you need to address ASAP before it holds you back from actually being able to run in the future?" Three, right? Uh, you need someone to essentially um, modulate what you're doing, right? To look at your recovery, look at your nutrition, look at your sleep, okay, look at your workload, so that we can optimize that so that you get the greatest return on your efforts so that you can reach your goals, right? Say you're eating not enough, right? And your nutrition's off. Well, then you're not going to be fueling your body the way that you need to. You're simply because you don't have enough fuel in the body or enough food, you're going to not recover from a run to run as quickly, right? Meaning that the body's going to break down. You're not going to see the gains that you want. And then it's this kind of cascade of events, which one small piece of that puzzle can affect the entire system. So, guys, everyone needs a coach. Everyone needs someone to bounce ideas off of. Everyone needs someone for guidance who's not down in the weeds, but who can take that 3,000-foot view to make sure that you stay on the right path to accomplishing all the goals which you've laid out. And lastly, right? Every single runner needs a program, right? And I'm not just talking about one that they found off of Google, right? Or their favorite running forum. Everyone needs someone to help them dial in the program that's best for them, right? The program should include lifestyle factors. It should include your current abilities, right? It should include your current tolerance to how much volume you can take. A good program should not only focus on the endurance side of things and your speed and mechanics, but it should also include mobility, right? So making sure that you're incorporating the body maintenance in there needed to actually stay healthy. Because the best program in the world will do nothing if you're broken down. You also need someone in there who can also program for you strength training, right? Strength training is a crucial complementary component of endurance training, right? Now, a lot of endurance athletes, especially runners, don't like to do strength training because their legs get sore and they feel that it takes away from their ability to actually go out and run the way that they want to run. So they just don't do it. However, a good strength program, right? And if and it was, I'm gonna let me back up here. So a good program will incorporate both endurance training, mobility training, and strength training, right? They will all be fluidly meshed together so that you perform your best on the runs, you perform the best in your race, you're stronger in the runs and stronger in the race, your mechanics are better, therefore your body doesn't break down, you recover the way that you really need to, and you end up absolutely crushing your next race. You run faster, you're able to run further at a faster pace. You make running now easier because one, you're running in a more economical way, you're stronger, and your endurance is better, which in turn is going to make running so much easier for you. And when you take care of your body, you've got a good training program. Your body has the capacity to take the new loads that you're putting at it, and you're taking care of your body. You can now run without the pain that you're having. So, guys, these three things solve the initial four problems that I mentioned that most 99% of every runner that I work with wants a handful of these four things. So just to kind of, I'm gonna recap here. They want to be faster. They want to run further. They want to make running easier, and they want to run without pain. So, guys, those three things, right? If you haven't looked into getting these three things done, right, then I highly recommend doing so. Simply because if you don't, you're leaving so much on the table. You can be a much better runner. You can feel better doing it, and you can run for the years and years and years to come. Which means not having to give up your running group, which means not having to miss training sessions because of pain. And it's, as we all know, running is way more than just running, right? Running is more than PRs and more than winning races and doing races, right? It's your social circle. It's your stress outlet for being able to get outside of work and maybe get away from the family, and just go out there and clear your mind and break loose in a run, right? It's a sanctuary, which helps keep you sane, helps keep your stress down, and it's a integral part of who you are as a person, being a runner. And running isn't something that you should have to give up or want to give up, right? So if we can dial in these three things, you're going to be able to run and have that outlet and enjoy running for the years and years and years to come. So, guys, if you guys have any questions about those three things, please let me know, or any questions about this podcast, please reach out and send over a message. Running's amazing. You don't want to set yourself up to not run in the future, and you should be running until you no longer want to run anymore. So, guys, thank you so much for listening here today. I hope you took something out positive. Hopefully you took something which you can dial in and grab onto, so that you can then take and make yourself a better runner, achieve your goals, and possibly get yourself out of pain. So, guys, this is Dr. Tansini at Ground Overhead PT. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.